Hello and thank you so much for joining me. My name's Gill O'Donnell and I'm thrilled to be one of the new docrafts brand ambassadors. Today I'm going to show you how I've made this rather sensational pennant card. It can be adapted and you're going to learn a technique that I think you're going to use again and again. I'm going to start off with 3 pieces of card. For this particular one, I've decided to use card 4 centimetres wide. I've chosen 3 different lengths to fit on the front of an A6 card. So my card lengths are 13.5 centimetres long, 11.5 centimetres long and 9.5 centimetres long. I've cut the paper, and this rather gorgeous paper is from the Modern Lustre set. I've cut this paper just slightly smaller, so it's 3.5 centimetres wide and 0.5 centimetre shorter in length, so that makes it 13, 11 and 9. So altogether we've got card just slightly larger and paper just slightly narrower and shorter. The first thing we're going to do is make a template. Now I've decided, as I said, to make this card 4 centimetres wide. So I've made myself a template 4 centimetres across. I've measured 2 centimetres across to the centre and 2 centimetres across here. I've placed a ruler between the 2 areas and I've just measured 2 centimetres up, put a dot there and cut from either side. So now I have my template that can be used over and over again. So the first thing you're going to do is to mark the card with the template. I'm using a chalk pen here because I'm working with black. This makes a lot more sense. So just a small little mark there to show where we need to cut. Now this is the magic bit. You'll love this. So here's my card and here is my gold paper. I'm going to line this up so that it is flush to the bottom. There's the mark on the back. Flush to the bottom, but equally spaced on the sides. So I've got an equal amount of black card showing on either side, but flush to the bottom. I'm then going to clip this with a small paper clip to hold it in place. If you're particularly good, you might want to just hold it there, but I think it's nice to have the paper clip as an extra bonus. So that is going to get clipped on there and held in place. So flush with the bottom. Then we're going to take some scissors and simply snip from the corner up to the top on either side. I'm going to remove my clip. I'm just going to shuffle this paper just very slightly up the pennant. So you can see now we have got the perfect edge all the way round. It's very difficult to hand cut this separately. You would find a great difficulty to do that, but by doing it this way, you do get the perfect pennant. The other really wonderful thing about this is you don't have to stick to one size. As long as your paper and your card have that small gap of difference between them, you can use any size you want. So that's stuck down now, and it has completely created a pennant. So I'm just going to arrange these in a nice arrangement, and because the papers match so well together, it's hard to go wrong. So I'm going to use some big thick double-sided pads, and I'm going to pop this one on top of the longest one. A couple of pads there. We want to be sure we don't lose too much of the effect, and we have got room on the card, so we can be a bit more spacious with that. And then pop a couple more pads on the smallest one. You can, of course, you don't have to stick to 4 centimetre wide. You can actually do any width within the card. You could have one 4 centimetres wide, one 3, one 6. It doesn't matter. The choice is yours, but I have stuck to 4 just to be able to show you. So I'm just going to turn this over and run a little bit of glue back across the back. And I've threaded a couple of the charms from the Modern Lustre pack. I've threaded a couple of charms and I'm just going to attach these to the centre of the card. And the glue at the back will help this hold. So I'm going to knock this off. And have the charms on there. They are rather lovely. I do think these are beautiful. Then I'm just going to nip off the extra bit of ribbon. And then to make a nice bow, I've cut 60 centimetres of the Anita's organza ribbon. I'm going to fold this in half, find the halfway point, and then starting with that halfway point over on the right hand side, my right hand side, I'm going to line that on there and then tie this into a bow, so we've got a nice bow on the side. And by starting with that in the middle on the other side, you will find you should get the same amount of ribbon left on this side. Now the 60 centimetres is going to give us enough to do a double bow. Now I find the easiest way to do this is get the first bow how you like it. Once you're happy with that, I'm pretty happy with that one. Once you're happy with that, just do a second knot on top. And that will keep that first bow in place. So a second knot on top of there. And then you can tie your second bow quite simply and quite easily, because the first one's not moving anymore. And then if you want to, you can just snip off the ends of this. You can do a fancy fishtail on the end as well if you'd like to. And there we have our charms and our bow sitting beautifully in the middle. And then to finish the card off, I'm going to go back to good 3D pads. I do love these. I do absolutely adore them. Use them on everything. Makes things very special to have them raised up. Take the 3 backings off that. And then I'm going to place this centrally in the card. Useful tip, always work out which way your card's going before you stick anything on the front. It's very easy to actually have something upside down, make a feature of it. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to finish with a lovely little sentiment from the same range, which is one of the good things with these ranges, that you do get the chance to match up things like we've got the charms and we've got the sentiment on there. So I'm just going to finish off with that. And there we have our lovely 3D pennant card. Thank you so much for watching.